like you couldn't call him a little dude. You know, you may have been not as tall as.
Yeah, he's probably the biggest little guy, if I use the word little, there is. This is where the rubber hits the road, Kai, because now they've seen him individually, and this is going to compare, and this really is where the cream has to rise to the top.
This is also where the fans get a chance to see the comparisons that they missed out on if they did not see the prejudging. So this is
a lot of them haven't. A lot of them wait for the night show because they want the performance aspect.
Right. So this is the excitement right here.
You got to imagine that Dexter will be in that call out, and Rolly and the defending champion Cedric. Who's going to join those guys in this first call out? That's the big question. Judge Steve Weinberger, by way of New York, will be making that call any minute now.
That's it. You're listening. Everybody listening right now. Okay, who's in it? Who?
Lionel, Rolly, Cedric,
Lionel, by way of France. Big Rolly.
Lionel
by way of Curacao.
Dexter and William.
Cedric by way of South Carolina. And
Cedric
Kuklo from Texas. Dexter from California and Florida. He's got 2 residences, Kai. He's bi-coastal.
Bi-coastal.
And rounding it out is William Bonek. I imagine at some point William is going to be moving towards the center.
Wow, look at Lionel as he lines up right there. That's a really beautiful look on him tonight.
They put the blade right there in the middle right away. And here comes William Bonek right next to him. You had to expect that.
This is exciting. This is exciting.
Really moving inside. Yeah, I like the judges moving them around.
I didn't realize how tall Steve Kuklo is.
Yeah, Kuklo looks like a bona fide 5'11".
Gentleman front double bicep.
I know Cedric's 6 foot.
Yeah.
And William, look at the thigh separation, the calves.
That's beautiful.
Isn't this where some will start to fade and some will start to come on as they pose and flex and hold the poses?
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
Chest.
Dexter's up there laughing like he's a Sunday walk in the park.
It really looks like he's fighting a little bit. Look at his glute and hamstring. That iliotibial thing on the side is amazing on Will. Amazing. Look at this. His calves, hamstrings. This is beautiful, man. Beautiful essay on muscle.
Speaking of beautiful, Cedric McMillan, when he hits some of these poses, he has a very beautiful physique. You can very rarely use the word beautiful when talking about bodybuilders these days, Kai.
I'm such a fan. Look at this. Okay. So this is where we start to see like the guys kind of, Will is so hard, front to bottom to top, you know, hamstrings, glutes. It seems like very consistent. It's not like, well, too hard on top, not as hard to match it at the bottom. He looks very complete here.
Right. When we move out to the exterior, you see that Lionel Baecki's a little bit softer, Rolly's a little bit softer, then Dexter gets harder.
Wow,
William is dry.
Jesus.
I'm going to use the word dry for William.
Yes.
Because we're seeing things on his body from the back that some of the other bodybuilders aren't displaying. But Dexter is right there with him, and I think Cedric right now, for my taste, is probably pulling up 3rd spot. That's from my opinion. This contest, to me, is William and Dexter. How do you see it, Kai?
It's interesting because this is the show that we want the champion to come in tonight and represent, fight the good fight, and beat off all competitors that are trying to test him. But right here from the rear, you got such a very interesting lineup with some really strong stuff going on here. The camera continues to pan further across to the right. Then, of course, you have Ruli and Lionel at the end.
Side tricep.
This game from the back is
that's where the shows are won and lost, Kai. You've been there. I mean, the things that you display from
and
the back.
so have you.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, some people just, they don't have it. And you turn around and show it, it's game over. But right now, I think Dexter and William, it's there. It's a dogfight. And look at William's thigh compared to his hamstrings, like in the tricep. He's just standing out a little bit more to me than the other guys.
you know, interesting because you see the two taller guys on the end who have a lot of muscle, but for some reason, when we see them all in this lineup, your eyes continue to go to the center, you know, and there's a lot going on in the center with, Will and Dex from the rear. That was a fight right there.
Dexter looks like he's trying to find a way to enjoy it. How many more years do you think we could see somebody like Dexter at the Arnold Classic?
Dexter has told me he was going to retire in the next 2 years. He's been telling me that for the last 8 years. You know,
at least he's consistent.
Yeah, he's full of smack. He's got to be at least like 75 years old now.
Well, you know what? He said as long as he doesn't even think about the number. Like, as long as he gets out of bed and it still calls him, he'll answer the call and be at the gym. He works with Charles Glass out of Venice Beach, spends many hours in there training together with him, and he's very consistent.
Yeah, I'm sure
and
George Farrell's back there, excited and happy.
I find it hard to enjoy this process. They've been out there for a hot minute.
Yeah.
Dexter knows they're working.
But, you know, the fans get a chance to really see and get their money's worth. This is what's up. Gotta love the traps on Cedric.
Dexter wants to fight for it. Steve Kuko's no slouch.
What is that? I want to train like right now. There's some people you see that just make you want to get in the gym, ready to go tomorrow.
Well, there is your first competitor of what appears to be our top 6 in the lineup here in 2018. And we're going to move down the list of competitors where theoretically I don't think what we just saw is going to be mixed in with these guys, but they're going to be moved around because we got to round out the lineup, right? The judges still have a job to do in terms of 6, 7, and 8, and then 9, 10, and 11. And it's still, you know, there's bragging rights for these lower middle placements.
This is true, and you know, and there still is maybe the potential of being able to come up. You get a chance to look at each athlete, and there's only 3 guys, so we're able.
Tricep.
And then come back out on stage and now, you know, try to fight it out when you already can feel like the
Stepped out for a quick second there, Kai. I smelled food, and when I walked outside, I actually smelled fire. They burned a pizza out there. Bananas, there's so much smoke out there, it's crazy.
This is the first time we're going to get a chance to see Max Charles, Dennis Wolf,
Hidetade and Fred switch, please.
Hidetada
Fred
Yamagichi.
Smalls,
Yeah.
and Hidetada Yamagichi.
These guys are all very experienced bodybuilders. Of course, Dennis, a former champion, in a very unfamiliar place. Like he was in the top of the Olympia, like 10 years, I believe it was, for six times, I think he told me. And here he finds himself in a very unfamiliar position of the last call out.
Yeah, well, he's coming back. He's coming back. And just as I'm sure he saw
Well, you have contests within contests. Yeah, there can only be one winner, but these guys also, like you said, they follow each other on Instagram and on social media and see how they look. And they may think in their mind, I got to get up there. I want to stand next to Dennis. I want to be called out with Max. And here they are trying to make the best of what's left.
Back double bicep.
Tell me about the process here, Ty. These guys know obviously that they're out of the hunt. What's happening mentally for them?
Well, that's the thing. We talked about that a little bit earlier. This is when you get that exercise in developing those other muscles that
Here.
This, so this live broadcast is brought to you by Dominate, Don't Compete. Dominating your everyday life is something that is far more than an